Alright, I just removed these little things from the the fuse box, and these are what I like to call reusable fuses, or in other words, circuit breakers. Alright, and these little things here, they have two terminals, and inside we have what's called a bimetal switch, and a fuse is just a switch. It's just a switch that is controlled by electricity rather than you pushing, a button with your finger. So the idea is you get too much electricity, too much heat, too much amperage, these things will turn off. And so the wiring for them is just like any other switch in series, which you just got to imagine it just continuing. Like if you have a straight wire and you got to put a fuse in it, just imagine as the wire going like through this sort of thing, like in one end and out the other. And I'm going to show you guys how to test it. And what I'm going to do is put one end of the battery charger in one of these terminals, and I've got the bulb here wired to the other end. And right, I had that wired to one end. Why does this always fucking happen? I'm just using a brake light bulb with two filaments, and I just put a little nail on the end of the terminal here. Just makes things easier. And it won't light up if the battery charger's off. You could just use regular batteries. It only takes about 2 amps to light up these light bulbs. Right now I have 2 amps, so see, there it is. That's just 2 amps. You don't really need a lot. You could even get away with 1 amp phone charger or something like that. As you can see, it lights up. Now if I were to attach like something that used too much amperage, like a starter motor, this thing would turn off. And then, I mean, I don't know how fast this works. So again, I'm just assuming that it's a bimetal switch inside there. Might be something else, some sort of electronics. They had electronics by then. Transistorized voltage regulators for the Thunderbird if you wanted to. But anyways, it'll turn off. Then if things just get back to normal, it'll turn on again. Now a fuse will just burn. It'll just melt, as you can't reuse it. So I really like these things, although I don't really like this style here. So there's one. That one's good. And I'll just do the same for the other 3. That one's good as well. And the last one. Seems to be good as well. So we know that the circuit breakers are working. Right, there you go. That's how to test circuit breaker.